Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 19 of my 6-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, myself and 5 AI opponents set to Emperor difficulty are playing a true free-for-all game in which there are no set teams. In this series, I'm playing as the Nomad Sorcerer, Quora the Desert Rose. In our last episode, we had a couple of close calls in the Shadow Realm. Specifically, I'm just going to jump over here so we can take a peek at it. We had a really tough battle with Karzan and his group. Unfortunately, we lost a couple of his units. As you can see, the stack is now underpowered, and we barely had our Rock, our Epimelid, and our Ogre Savant survive. We've replaced some of the losses here by adding in a Node Serpent, but really not my best outing. I made a few tactical errors in the battle and was perhaps a little bit overconfident. Although thankfully, the damage was relatively minimal and largely we can replace the units that we've lost. We also had a pretty unfortunate battle which occurred at this spawning structure here. We did lose a full stack of kind of miscellaneous units. I was trying to clear this out, and again, probably a little overzealous and a couple of tactical decisions that weren't my best. However, we're going to keep going this episode. Remember, we are at war with Brock Goldran, and we are now about to lay siege to his city, which we're probably going to do this turn. And so lots of good things on the horizon here, hopefully, and hopefully a lot of action. Now, before we jump into the episode proper, I did just want to give a quick shout out to Gladden, who left an excellent comment on the last episode. Gladden had mentioned that in that previously mentioned battle, which I will jump back one more time, for the spawning structure here in the Shadow Realm, when I was in this battle, we were fighting a Draconian Dominator, and the Draconian Dominator, of course, had Dominate, and it managed to mind control one of my units. I think it was a Draconian Raptor, if I remember correctly. And what Gladden is pointing out, and very appropriately, is that I could have used Dispel instead of worrying about trying to cast Fireball or something like that. Dispel would have been a great way to try to get rid of the Dominate effect, and that would have totally turned the tide of that battle. Had I gotten control of my unit back, I probably could have won the battle. So just a really good observation from Gladden. Don't forget about those kind of, you think of them as being very like low tier or, early game spells, but something like Dispel is one that's useful all the way into the end game. So great reminder from Gladden. As always, a big thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions, and we're going to jump right in. So, like I said, we've got a lot to do this turn still. We, of course, have our Summon Eldritch Horror complete, and we're working on our very first one, which is extremely exciting. I'm really looking forward to having a couple of these out and about in some of my stacks. It's also nice because they do have Dominate, so they make it very easy to rapidly acquire more units. Otherwise, here we had already gone through. I don't see any other alliance proposals here. It's all just join offers. So let's jump back to what I had just mentioned previously, which is the battle with Brock Goldran here. So pretty well defended city. He's got a number of tier 2 units, lots of support units here, a Wisp and an Axeman, and of course he does have Dome of Protection. So the city's immune to all city enchantments, and we are going to have Shattering Hammer smacking us each turn. However, we've got a very strong army here with 4 tier 3 units, a Maloculus, a couple of Node Serpents, and a Vampire Spider Queen. And we've also got healing support from the Chieftain and our Rogue. Not to mention, we've also got a Vampire Spider Baby that I'm hoping we can evolve. So let's get in there. See if we can make this happen. I think we'll just park here. There it is. Okay, so let's engage the battle. And again, we have to be careful. We don't want to do anything, foolish. Although they don't have a wall, so that is going to make things a little bit easier. That being said, most of our units can bypass the wall without any trouble. Our Node Serpents, of course, can, and I believe our Maloculus, also as a floating unit, should be able to get across. And of course, our Spiders can climb the wall like it's not even there, practically, so... alright. Let's see, do any of our units need a little bit of extra health? Yeah, you know what? This Node Serpent could use a regen, so let's throw that on, get that process going. What we're going to do is we're just going to, I think, move on up See no reason to play this, too cautiously. We don't want to get, really gung-ho, but at the same time, I think we can afford to be a little bit more aggressive here. Especially since Shattering Hammer does actually do a pretty good amount of damage, as you just saw. Okay, so they dispelled, it looks like, the regen effect. Which is fine, we already got some healing out of it, so... It's just too bad because that does... the way regen works, it gives you health each turn, so we do miss out a little bit on that, but not the end of the world. We're going to jump in there and attack the Forge Priest from behind. And then our Maloculus can get right up in there. Fortunately, we can't get close enough to easily kill the Wisp or the Forge Priest, but we can do a little more damage here. Nice, we did get a critical. Our Rogue, on the other hand, can do the same thing, I suppose. We can jump up. Actually, you know what? We do have to be very careful now that I'm seeing this. We have to watch out because our Rogue is still vulnerable. Yeah, fortunately, we don't do enough to kill the Forge Priest, but we can soften him up a little more. Sure, why not? Now, over here, we have to be careful. There are a lot of units, and we could end up in a bad spot if we aren't careful. So I think what I'm going to do here is throw the Curse on the Axeman, mainly because I wanted to just reduce their movement. And then I'm kind of inclined to perhaps just step in there and tie up as many of these units as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and web that one. Okay, we failed. And then I'm going to step over here and just do a little bit of damage, I think. Now, I don't think if I hit sprint that it'll give me 2 attacks, unfortunately. But we can at least do some there. I completely forgot about this spider baby, which we want to get in there to get a little bit more experience if we can. The only thing I'm a little worried about is this... Oh, man, that hurts. We have to watch out. We could still lose our unit if we're not careful here. Okay, they're doing a lot of healing. That's fine with me. Okay, we should be fine now. Yep, no problem. Okay, and they didn't even go after my hero at all, so that's totally fine. One thing we can do, however, is we can cruise over here and go for a dominate, perhaps. Oh, shoot, that's right. We have to actually physically be present to do the dominate. That's a little bit annoying. Our Node Serpent over here, I think we can just kill off the Forge Priest. I'm not at all concerned about the Wisp, so that's fine. Now, our hero can step over, and we'll probably end up using a Quick Dash. I think that's going to be probably our best bet. Unfortunately, this Node Serpent is in pretty tough right now, so I think anything we can do to assist there is going to be probably a good idea. There's a good kill, and then what we'll do is we will throw on another quick dash here, restore the health and a little bit of movement, and then we can, why not do a little bit of blasting here, and then we can attack twice, get the kill. Very nice. I totally forgot about our chieftain, so we can step right up. Nice, and there's a good stun. That's going to give us a chance to kind of sort ourselves out a little bit here before we do anything else. Let's see what that Wisp does. Okay, it's just going to go after the Node Serpent. That's totally fine. Might need to help out a little just because our Node Serpent does primarily shock damage, and of course the Wisp is immune to that. So, now one thing I would like to do, though, is probably try for a Dominate if we can get it. So let's see if we can get lucky here. You know what? Before we do that, though, let's just attack this obstacle, get in there and try for the web just to get some experience. Okay, no such luck. That's fine. We'll try for the Dominate here. Very nice. Okay. That lasts for 3 turns. And then can we step over and hit the Wisp? Yes, we can. Very nice. And then... just trying to see what would be best here. Let's just step over with our hero. Get the kill. Excellent. So we did take a fair bit of damage, but we should be able to recover that without too much trouble. We did get ourselves an Axeman. It would have been better to get one of these Forge Priests because they, of course, have Guardian Flame, which does provide some healing. But overall, I'm still happy. I can use this unit just to guard the city at the very least, so that will be useful. So then what I want to do next is send my main army north and have them move to the next set of cities here that belong to Brock. Okay, here's the next one. Ooh, this one is guarded by Brock himself. Definitely has some more powerful units, so we will have to be careful. Of course, our units are a little bit beat up, so we just have to be mindful of that. Now, I don't know if my spider can get... Oh, unfortunately can't make it all the way up to help. And I don't want that spider necessarily going up by itself. Shoot, I shouldn't have moved quite so far. I should have stayed one back and let the spider stay with the stack, because it'd be a shame to lose this spider when it's at silver medal rank. That said, I think if I go here, that's probably not going to be a problem. If I do lose the spider, it's not the end of the world. It would just be kind of a shame, given that it's so close to leveling up. Okay, so we can do some more scouting in the Shadow Realm here. Ooh, I see some mountains. Okay, we're just kind of swooping around. As for what to do with this city, we might as well just start absorbing it. Not really that concerned. If we don't end up keeping the city permanently, that's fine. I mean, if I can, that's great. If I don't, oh well. Really, we just have to try and put the hurt on Brock here, get him out of the game. All right. So now it's just going to be additional movement here. So we've got our Theocrat hero, and I was trying to decide what to do with my Theocrat. So we could continue trying to clear structures, but quite frankly, I think it's better for us to head into this area underground and see if we can find a way up to then assist with the conflict. One thing that might be good would be to get rid of these roaming units, but quite frankly, I don't want to waste the time. I just want to keep moving. So we can even grab this set of haste berries there to keep us going. Oh, there is a spawning structure over here. That is actually super tempting. Would be even nice to get a hold of one of these watchlings. There's a city down there we need to make contact with. It'd be nice to get rid of this just to kind of, protect our vassal up there, but this is a kind of a big diversion, and I don't know if I want to go all the way over. You know what? I will. It's, again, maybe not the best idea, but... Alright, so let's just engage this battle. Okay, they're gonna run. We can let them run, that's fine. Hunter Spider Mount, absolutely, I'll take that. Now we just got to figure out which hero would benefit the most. Okay, nice. This Griffin egg will hatch in 7 turns. But how quickly will this get there? Oh, 6 turns. So maybe we should have just sold the Hunter Spider Mount. I didn't realize everybody already had a really good mount. Yeah, we've already got Hunter Spiders on... Actually, a lot of our heroes. 3 of them already have it. This is the only hero that doesn't have one, and like I said, he's going to have the Griffin in 7 turns. Well, shoot. That was a bit of an oopsie. I think the Frost Wyvern is still better just because the flying is quite useful. So, yeah, I should have just sold it. Oh well, we'll sell it off. I guess I could have kept it in case I managed to recruit another hero somehow, but... I hate to say it, but since I'm already here, it might be worth just clearing these out. Especially clearing this column of champions. The reason for that is we really want our Theocrat to get up to level 9. I believe it's at level 9 we get Divine Justicars, but it might be level 11. I can never remember. I guess we could check the Tome of Wonders. If I can remember how to do this. I think it's Theocrat. Class. No, it'd be... Well, you know what? It's probably under hero unit abilities. There it would be. Let's just search for Divine Justicars, and I'm sure it's there. Yes, there it is. So this is the one I'm talking about. I just don't remember. Maybe it's under hero upgrades. Yeah, here it is. Okay. We're going to go Theocrat, Divine Justicars. Oh, it's cost 10. Don't know if it tells you what level it comes out. Let's see. Level 9? Okay, so it is level 11. Okay. Well, that helps, and at least I know it's going to cost 10. But we still need to keep leveling up, because that is quite important. So, it's not the worst thing ever to try and just gain some more experience before we commit to fighting fully. Plus, our rogue is pretty good. You know, it'd be nice to have some extra support, but I think we'll be okay for now. We also don't even know for sure if there's a way up over here yet. What else we got here for movement? Just going to jump around to a few units. We've got our digging to do. Just a little bit of extra gold, which is always good. Very good. Nice. Okay, and this stack we are building up. We are sending over the oil occultist to join in. And we're also making one here, so we should have a pretty solid army to do some work with. Quite looking forward to that. So this group is going to just stay put for one more turn. This little guy was just kind of cruising around. We were going to have him head up just to perhaps guard this city if needed. We weren't sure where that rogue hero was going to end up, and it turns out, I believe over here somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, where is it? I think it was right outside of this city. Yeah, right here. So there's that stack. That could be pretty dangerous if we run into it, but at least for now, we've got a few turns till that's a problem. Okay, so back over here. So this little guy, I'm going to send him up this way. Eventually, maybe we can... I know I've been talking about it pretty much all game, but we do want to eventually clear this out. I just need to commit forces to doing it, and I've been kind of hesitant to do that. Research choices, we've got enough to kick something off here in one shot, which could be pretty good. Let's see. We could speed up Greater Disjunction. Domain of the Sun. Target friendly city and unit station within that city's domain. Now like tropical and volcanic terrain. Spear, Arcane Binding. Let's see. Giving the caster control unit for 2 turns. Oh yeah, so if it's a magical origin, you can get control of it temporarily. That's not bad. Enchant Weapon, that's a pretty decent just kind of overall buff. Increases damage. Magic Fist, that one just a straight damage ability. Sphere of Protection is pretty solid. I quite like that one. I think I might grab this just because it gives you 80% physical protection, which is pretty darn useful. So let's grab that one. And did that open up for us here? Cosmic Spray now available, and Banish. So I think I just want some more casting points at this stage, so let's grab a little bit more. Get that done. We can do our production choices, which I'm going to skip because I want to make sure I've done all my movement for the turn here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I figured we still had some left. Nice. Okay, we can do some battling here. I quite like this little stack. It'd be nice to get one more unit in here to round it out with 6. So we don't have to be too cautious here. We can kind of do our thing and let them come to us. If they end up charging us, that's fine. Okay, they're not going to. That's totally fine by me, because I can just step up here and go for a stun on one of these horses. Nice, and we got it. And then I'm perfectly happy to just let them come right to us. Let's see here. Yeah, no problem. Tank that damage very, very well. We'll do a Cosmic Heal on the Epsilon Warrior. Very nice. And then we can get pretty aggressive here. Let's go for... Oh yeah, nice kill. And then we can do the same over here. Very nice, and a good level up for our hero as well. And then let's just get the finish with our Node Serpent here. Cruise in behind, get that flank. Good kill. Very nice getting that level up with the hero, however. And our Jin leveled up as well. Nice. Okay, well, we got an irregular unit to at least give us something else for the stack, so not going to say no. We got a proposal. What is it? Yes, I would like open borders and a peace treaty, absolutely. Let me know when you want to talk, and in 4 turns we can grab ourselves yet another vassal, which is never a bad thing. I do see a Sphinx Temple over there. That is tempting. We'll grab this gold. And we've got a Mithril Mine here, which unlocks a Mithril Armory. Armored units produced in this city gain +1 defense. That's pretty good. Yeah, we might want to clear that out. I see they've got an Ignoculus, Dark Elf Blade Dancer, and 2 Lesser Earth Elementals. And like I said, there's a Sphinx Temple up there. So, yeah, we've got lots to do with this stack. That's great. Can do an upgrade here. So, ooh, we definitely... Inflict Stun would be good. That's going to make a big difference for us, so let's grab that. We know just how powerful that is. And then... Strong Will isn't the worst, giving you a ton of spirit protection. What else do we have for this hero? Got a pretty good amount of casting points already. So we could do something like Chain Lightning. Could also save it. We could do, you know what, let's do Dragon Slayer Party. We are underground, and, you know, we could run into some dragons. We also, anytime we're fighting Draconians, that will help us, so... Maybe not the most valuable upgrade, but it's certainly, I don't think, a waste. Right, now, this little guy came down the road, I think, so now we gotta just figure out where we want to send him. I think probably over this way is going to be the right move. Dwarf Thunderlord, okay. We're just cruising on through here. Another hero of Olarmian. So yeah, Olarmian has quite a bit of territory. So we definitely need to get him and Brock out of the game, I think. That's a pretty substantial priority for me at the moment. Oh, nice, okay. We made contact here. This is a Shadow Demon dwelling. We could make peace with them and try to get them as a vassal. Would be kind of expensive to do, however. That being said, there is some golden domain. You know what? I'm going to do it with the intent of getting that gold. And then, yeah, when they're ready to talk, now that we're at peace with them, we can grab that gold, and it'll almost pay for that 200 gold we had to spend to make peace. Okay, now, is this one we've already contacted? No, so let's try and just get up there and do that. Okay. Alright, so we just got to get a little closer, and then we have another shot at some extra gold here. 2 different piles of gold. That scouting is really paying off for us. I'm very happy with how that's been going. Ooh, and we got some roaming units. That's kind of unfortunate. Don't think we can get far enough away, most likely, to survive. Speaking of scouting, we've got a little more underground that we can do. Now, where does this go? Well, that brings us back up here. I'm trying to think. We've kind of done a pretty good job exploring most of this area. Really no. Yeah, let's go up this way. We can go check out what's kind of to the north. This stack, which we used to complete this quest and get a hold of this vassal. Yeah, we could probably just do some more fighting with them. I mean, don't want to do anything too crazy, but like this one might be a touch too strong with a bunch of tier 2 units. I'm kind of inclined to maybe skip that battle and go for the next one here. This one would be a little easier, just fighting the gold mine and the great farm units. So, now this stack, right? Okay, we kind of rearranged our group here a little bit. Quora, we decided to put in these Umbral Weavers, but you know, after thinking about it, we might still want the Epimelid in the stack just to have that healing, because quite frankly, without it, we are definitely more vulnerable. So we'll have to decide that next turn. All right, I think it's time to do some production choices. We've got lots of gold, but that will get used up quickly, as we know. We do have a Celestial Tower here. Oh, it does increase domain range by 1. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize it did that. And it also does 20 spirit damage to a single enemy unit every turn. That's pretty good. That said, we want to just keep developing the city, most likely. Let's see what other cities we've got first. So, Dali Afra. Again, we know that this is potentially on the doorstep there, so probably worth... I think we did build a... Yeah, we built the sand tower, and we have a wooden wall now. So, at least that's somewhat helpful. We could build a chieftain just to have some extra range damage capability. The only problem, of course, is these units are heavily fire resistant, obviously, the Phoenix. And I think the Rogue is also probably... Yeah, has 100% fire protection, not a surprise. A couple of Flamers and Draconian Assassins, so... Really, I mean, if we're going to defend the city, we're going to have our hands full. But we might be able to deter them with just a couple more units. So let's do a chieftain. At least we have some healing support that way too. Nurm. I think Nurm we can probably skip. Zardor. Okay, this is our Tigran town up here. Can do a Magic Academy, which would be good for any support units we produce there. Buffs them with +1 melee damage, +1 range damage, +1 resistance. That's definitely not bad. What do we have around it? So we've actually got a lot of good stuff around it. So I'm not too upset with trying to develop Zardor a little bit. Maybe we go for that Siege Workshop. Once that's done, that'll push us into over 100 production, which is always good to have. Yalasser sitting at that 98, which is so frustrating. What can we do? So we were going to potentially work on the Sandstone Citadel, giving us access to additional production choices afterwards for specialty. I believe those give then access to tier 4 units. I'm not 100% sure. This is the Chivalrous Intention extra units that we're seeing here. Kind of inclined to go for that. The other option is we just produce a unit to add into the stack here. That's not the worst plan ever. I mean, I don't want to take more than a single turn to do it, however. So we'd have to pick something that only takes a single turn to make, most likely. We could do another Brawler just to have another infantry unit. I don't hate that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Over to Hoden. Okay, nothing really exciting around this city. It's fairly bland. There are some roaming units, however, so we may want to just ensure the city has a bit of defense, which it does. It's got a couple of units there to hopefully deter attacks. Wouldn't be enough to win this fight, that's for certain. Especially with a Draconian Flyer in that army, but we could perhaps do maybe an Archer just to make sure we're protected. The human city of Maldora. Pretty good spot here. Lots of... Oh, no. There's some roaming units there. That's kind of a shame. I don't know where they must have come from. Maybe from somewhere in here where we can't quite see what's going on. Could have come from over here, too. That Eldritch Pit. Well, that's a shame. Alright, well, let's produce a Civic Guard at the very least. And what we'll probably have to do is then use this army to run over and reclaim the city if it does get captured. It's a shame. And we'll have to see if we can clear out that spawning structure, like I mentioned. Okay, back to Ripura. The Celestial Tower is tempting, just mainly because of that domain expansion. But there's really nothing for us to expand to that's going to be really helpful at this point. So maybe instead we'll just do the Siege Workshop. Tried and true. Alright, and then Nurm. Like I said, not really that keen on spending a bunch on Nurm, but, you know, there's some good stuff around it here. We do have a Florok Quarry. We can convert this corrupted farm back into a great farm, actually. We have the spell to do that now. So not the worst thing ever if we wanted to develop it a bit. We are just shy of 75, which is a shame because that would mean we could do this in 2 turns instead of 3. Let's think about it here. Anything we can produce? Nothing really exciting. So I think maybe what we'll do with this one, it is going to grow in a single turn, so let's do the Siege Workshop, and then hopefully that will improve this, and it'll be able to be finished then in just 1 more turn. And that's pretty good. We still got over 200 gold left, so I guess now we could look and just see, are there any of these we might consider accepting? I would love to do this one eventually, but because it's on the border of Brock Goldran's area, I'm not going to. Finderlawn. No, it's not really in a good spot for us at the moment. Bengal. Bengal's kind of off on its own as well. Most of these are in spots where I don't really have any good way to support them once I absorb them. This one, though, Dustar, definitely a very, very strong city. Once I'm able to hopefully clear out a bit more Brock stuff, this is on my list to absorb just because it's a fairly large city. It's got some good structures in there, Ancient Ruin, Shrine of the Scarlet Destroyer, Magma Forge. So it's got some good stuff, not to mention a Ziggurat if we could ever clear that out. Alright, well, we will end our turn there. Definitely want to keep our eyes on, and I completely forgot about Caradon. I don't remember if we had actually sent him another proposal or not. My thought with him is that at this point, we're probably just going to have to kill him, honestly. We'll keep enjoying the benefits of the peacetime with him and not having to fight him at the moment, but once we've killed off Brock and maybe Olarmian if we're able to, I think we'll have to turn our attention over towards Caradon. We've also got that Shadow Realm opponent here, Bowen Stargazer. Definitely have to keep him in mind because being in the Shadow Realm sort of by himself there, I think in that bottom left corner if I'm not mistaken, he's able to kind of grow without a ton of... Holy cow, look at that. Olarmian was just killed. That must have been Brock. At least I'm assuming so. Although I think Olarmian was at war with Bowen as well. It is entirely possible that Bowen killed him. Now this is an interesting development. Because what that means, whoever killed him is probably going to get rapidly stronger here. Holy cow. Yeah, okay, so this guy's toast as we expected. Do some auto combat there, no problem. Ah, shoot, and there goes our Wyvern as well. That's a real shame. That Wyvern was really doing good work for us, but... oh well, is what it is. Well, now we're going to encounter a ton of outposts and whatnot, because lots of these cities have become neutral now since Olarmian was killed. Okay, so... his throne city was captured by Brock Goldran. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. Well, that means Brock is going to grow in power here pretty quickly. We've got an item for our Theocrat. So it's a good thing we're already at war with Brock, because hopefully we can take him down before he's able to really do much. Oh, shoot. Look at this. We got units moving over towards Nurem. Yeah, so we definitely want to get in there. We're not probably going to be able to successfully defend it, but... Odin, yeah, there comes some units. That's not good. Well, thankfully, at least we built something to help defend it. We might as well just do that again. We got Archer, Commoner. Maybe make a Guardsman. Okay. I'm at the outpost of Taband. Alright, where is this one? Oh, all the way down here. They want a little bit of gold to make peace. I'm not really feeling it at this point. Alliance proposal, however. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, now we've got another Frostling one. That's great. Now, of course, a Haunted Boneyard right next to it, which isn't ideal, but we've got another one up here. This is Underground, some Tigrans. Absolutely. This is the one we just cleared out, that Lost Library with our Theocrat, so that's really good. Anything else going on? Ooh, Paragon. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're the first to build or summon a Tier 4 unit. And then we have a permanent bonus gained by that unit. So let's take a look. I think it just gets 10 extra health, if I'm not mistaken. Take a look. Paragon. Oh, okay, 10 health, 10 plus 1 defense, and plus 1 resistance. It also gets Resurgence. Wow, that's pretty cool. Very nice. So we've got now a super powerful Sea Serpent. The trick here, though, with this guy is that he can't walk on land until he hits silver metal. So we've got to try and gain him some experience kind of quickly here. This stupid little group is going to threaten us, but they can't get into and capture our dwelling because of this scoundrel being unable to swim or fly. So that's good for us. All right, well, with this stack, we can probably start clearing some stuff out. So why don't we head over and get some stuff done here? So let's start that process. Cruise on over. And let's test this Sea Serpent out. That's great. It's very nice to have a tier 4 unit, finally. Okay. We also get to try out the Reef Guard, which is a tier 3, sort of, I guess, like Lord of the Deep variant that's at tier 3 level. So we will see how that works. It's very nice to have Slip Away with the Sea Serpent as well. Just gives extra health. We're going to get real aggressive with the Sea Serpent because we want to get as much experience as we can. We also want to prioritize doing damage there to just maximize that experience gain. Yeah, that's totally fine with me. And then we can just attack again here. Here's the kill. And then we can get a nice flank shot there. As well as, you know what, let's try for the net throw. Okay, failed. That's all right. We'll use Slip Away just to get our Sea Serpent's health back a little bit. So let's do that. Very good. Actually, hang on. Still got Sprint. Oh, not enough to get over. I was going to say that'd be kind of cool if we could get over and still attack, but we just want to maximize the amount of experience that we're getting each battle with our Sea Serpent. So, very nice. A little bit of gold. Happy to have that. Right, now back to our dwelling. We may as well just continue producing units here. Why the heck not? Let's grab maybe another Reef Guard just to have another decent tier 3 unit. I'm super happy I have this Merfolk dwelling, honestly. It's very, very good. So a couple of units produced here. Ooh, nice. Okay, we have that Oil Occultist. Now we can actually form up this stack here, which is fantastic. Bring this Brawler in as well. Lovely. And then the game plan eventually is going to be to go down and complete this quest. We've got 9 turns to do it, and I think we get a pretty good reward for it, actually. Yeah, we get a Manticore, Tigran Manticore, which is great, tier 3 monster unit. But in the meantime, I was just looking to see where this guy's going, so he's going to maybe head down this way. That's fine. In the meantime, though, we might want to head over and just kill off these roaming units to try to protect our nearby city. So let's just cruise over here, see if we can fight these Minotaur bulls and try to keep our cities a little safer. Like I said, eventually it'd probably be worth going over to get rid of this, but for now I think we will. You know what, it's only 87 gold to make peace with these guys. Absolutely, that's nothing. And then we can hopefully make them our vassal eventually. Yeah, this stack should be just fine, able to handle a lot of stuff. What else we got going on? Okay, we finished that chieftain, so now, yeah, we're a little more protected in that city. Finished the Brawler. We already moved that in. We've got the Civic Guard up there just to give something for the city to protect it a little bit. All right, so pretty good there. So now it's just going to be about unit movement here. So going back down. Now, here's a tough one. Brock City is pretty well defended. Unfortunately, let's zoom in. I don't see a wall, however. Oh, wait, yes, I do. There's a stone wall there. Okay, so that would be a pretty tough battle for us at the moment, sadly. And this is where, you know, again, I don't really have any other units to support. And that's going to create a problem for me. So, shoot. Yeah. Just panning around to see if there's any. No, I've got nothing in the area to really help me. I mean, again, we could go for it. I think we could probably still win, even with Shattering Hammer in effect. We just have to be careful because there's 2 heroes there, both of which can cast some spells. Granted, they're... And Brock is a sorcerer, so he's going to have access to some powerful stuff. And the Node Serpent is certainly a powerful opponent. You know what? I think we're going to try this, unless he's got multiple... He doesn't. Okay. I think this is still going to be worth trying. It's a risky battle for me, that's for sure. We can get this little guy involved. He, you know, expendable, kind of. If we can get him leveled up, great. If not... I mean, it's important here. If we can vanquish Brock back to the Shadow Realm, or to the Void, I mean, that's going to be a big deal. Staying closely matched, you know what? I'm inclined to agree. This could be a really tough battle for me, and again, it could go sideways really easily. Especially because I guarantee you he's going to hit me with some heavy spells here. Shattering Hammer's not going to be fun to deal with either. Okay, that Node Serpent's in rough shape, so I think what I want to do then is throw that regen on. Now, he's probably going to try to dispel that yet again. That would be my guess. I'm going to send the Spider Queen over here to try to climb that wall kind of by herself. Do this with the Node Serpent as well, to try to get over the wall that way. And then we will kind of split. We're going to try to split their forces a little bit. We will send our Maloculus and this Node Serpent that way. Now, our Rogue, I kind of want to just keep back. Honestly, I don't want to risk a ton of unnecessary damage, especially since I know those spells are really going to suck. And we can quick dash just to get some extra health in there. Probably for the Spider Queen or this Node Serpent would be good. Yeah, let's do that. This Node Serpent being its silver metal is going to be very powerful and very useful for me, so definitely don't want to lose it. Alright. We also have to remember we have spells here from Quora that we can use, and we may have to, honestly. Because, like, you watch, we're going to get hit by some pretty heavy stuff, I bet. Yep, okay, there's that Dispel. I was expecting that. Ouch. A little bit of musket fire there. Okay, some trebuchet action. Looks like they're deviating their forces mostly to the right, which is good for me. That gives me a chance to get my troops a little bit further in there, which is good. Okay, this Node Serpent now, unfortunately, not in the best of health. This is a once per battle, so sadly we won't have any other healing support now to be able to use. We are going to be able to phase in, though, which I'm definitely going to want to take advantage of. One thing I'm probably going to do here is throw Quick Dash onto this Node Serpent, mainly just so that it actually has... We're going to sprint in. Just so it has, like, a decent amount of health and is viable for this fight, because otherwise, probably not going to be a viable unit to really use. So we'll get this Node Serpent in on the wall, and we will get the Queen over here as well to climb up. We have to be pretty careful here, though. This one could go south quickly, and I am nervous, I won't lie. I'm willing to sacrifice at least, you know, the Node Serpents for sure if I have to. I don't want to, but if I need to, I will. I think it's worth it just to get Brock into the Void for a couple turns. Taking some trebuchet damage. Ouch, that really hurts. Boy, it's a shame that regen got dispelled, though, because it's so nice having a healing spell or healing buff that kind of just continues to heal over time like that, right? I very much like it for that reason. Okay, the Maloculus can go up here. It's going to be vulnerable, but I think it's worth it. We can get our Chieftain up as well. You know what? The Chieftain can even block the Maloculus, although I think this Maloculus has Fearsome, yeah. So if they do come in to fight it in melee, that's actually fine by me. Let's just cruise up here and do a little bit of damage. Going for the stun is really what I was hoping for. We'll blast the... You know what? I think we'll just hang out in defense mode, honestly. Play it a little safer. Try for the web. Okay, no luck. We can get our Spider Queen up on the wall. Alright, we've got the Node Serpent moving over. Got the Artificer there. I'm just going to go like this and park in defense mode. This one I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. Our Rogue Okay, we're kind of out of spell casting, so I think now's probably the time to start moving over. Let's see, is there anything we could do that might be kind of useful in this situation? Harmonizing energy to get some health back. We'll keep that in mind, that we know that's there. We have one cast of this, and then we would only have enough left to do a fireball or a skin of oil or a dispel, because we sadly do not have 80 casting points. We only have 75, and this costs us 40. We just have to keep that in mind. I think we're going to hold off for now. Oh, ouch. Our hero took a shattering hammer blast. What just happened? Flashbang. Oh, that's devastating. Yeah, that's no good. They want to try to dispel that. Although, really, it's taking so much damage, I don't know. Okay, we're so far so good here. That's okay. Alright, now, we cannot dominate over here, of course. However, we could probably dominate the Phantasm Warrior. That wouldn't be too outlandish. Would be kind of nice to try to get ourselves a hero if we can. Just see. Yeah, so maybe we'll save the dominate for over there. And instead, we'll just go over and attack the hero here. Try and do some good damage that way. Can this Nomad Chieftain climb the wall? Let me see. I think he can, actually. Right, because we have Infiltration Squad. I kind of forgot about that. We could get him up on the wall if needed, but we can also just phase him in. That's the other thing to remember. So, the Node Serpent's kind of wasted fighting that Phantasm Warrior, so I think what I'm actually going to do then is phase in behind like this. And then I think we should still have one attack. We do. Turn him around. Then we can step over and help out with Brock over there, which wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Oh, Brock hits really hard, though, which is kind of nasty. And he's got really good protection from a lot of these attacks. Let's do it here. Let's step in. Maybe we can get him with Fearsome. Nice. Okay, so now he's scared. That's going to make this way easier. We should be able to just kill him. Excellent. Oh, okay, that helps a lot. Now, like I said, this Node Serpent's in rough condition. Really not good for us. Thankfully, at least our Spider Queen is able to help. If we can get a web here, that would be amazing. Nice, okay. The Artificer's probably just going to beat up the Node Serpent, honestly. So, I'm going to just park my Spider Baby in defense mode. We're going to get our hero. We just go over here and then Shadow Step our way in. Yes, we can. Totally fine. What I should have done is put ourselves in a range that we could charm. That would have been smart. Do a little bit of damage that way. Alright, now here's the big question. Harmonizing energy. Here for the health, or we go for the dispel. Let me see what our odds are. Only a 50% chance, which isn't great. But let's give it a shot. Ah, shoot. We're probably going to lose this guy now. I probably should have just gone with the... Oh, he survived just... Oh, but now he's dead. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I should have just gone for the heal. Oh, well. Figured I would conserve casting points a little bit, but that's all right. All right, let's try and kill their Node Serpent. I think that's probably important to get rid of. There it is. We will go for another web. Oh, and we got it. That's fantastic. All right, so Node Serpent here. We definitely want our Maloculus to get over, because we want to try to dominate this hero if we can. Broken Spirit would help us with that, so I'm going to try. Nice, we got it. Okay, that's going to make it easier. Blast the Trebuchet for some damage. Hero is in a little bit of trouble. Charm did not work. So let's just help out and get the kill that way. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame we lost that Node Serpent, especially at Silver Medal rank, but... Okay, so the hero did an emergency repair. Ooh, yeah, 70% chance to dominate. Nice. Alright. Now we just gotta kill everything off. And... think now we're pretty much in good shape. It's just finishing off the Artificer. Spider Baby can do good damage. Let's see, what do we do here? If we want to just hit one time with the Spider Queen. There. Okay, we'll soften him up. And we should be able to get the kill now this way. Yes, there it is. So that Spider Baby is now very close to leveling up. Okay. Well, just like that, we sent Brock to the Void, I think. City awaits its fate. This is a Dwarven city. We're going to absorb it. Oh, yeah, and there's a Hall of the Forefathers here, unexplored. This is a pretty solid city. It's got a Flowrock Quarry there as well. 2 of them. Holy, and a gold mine up there. It's got a Lucky Clover Field. It's got some bountiful melons. This city's in a fantastic position. If it expands, it could even potentially grab this Heart of the Glades here. So, really good spot. I definitely want to absorb this city and hang on to it. Yeah, you can see this, only 8 experience required, and we'll get a Spider Queen out of this. So, and we got ourselves a new hero, and this is where, you know, I thought about it. I should have kept that mount because I could have given it to him. All right, let's see here. It's got a bunch of these items that are, like, in transport, which is kind of bizarre. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. I think what we'll probably do next then is just head over and keep moving. See no reason to stop. I think we just have to keep progressing. This stack, meanwhile, we can regroup it a little bit, but for now I think we're fine. We'll probably add the Eldritch Horror into this group just because they are kind of the phalanx of our attack right now. They're the spear tip. So they're going to need the biggest and baddest, and this Eldritch Horror will certainly assist with that. So that's good. So really good progress there with the war on that front. Okay, and we did finish Sorcery 5, so that gives us that 75. Would be nice to get to 80, like I mentioned in the battle there. Let's go do our movement underground then. We've still got our Theocrat who's ready to go. Clear this out. Do this manually just to make sure our Theocrat gets some experience. Alright, let's see. What are we fighting here? Halfling Shield Bearer. That's just a tier 1 unit. Nothing special. Halfling Vicar. Interesting. Tier 2 support unit. As Spirit Ray. Okay, we might want to try getting them. Of course, they have a lot of spirit resistance, however, so probably not as easy for us to convert them. Do a Touch of Faith on the Beetle Knight. Cruise right up with our Chariot. Give them a little bit of damage, and then charge up and follow that up with some heavy work there. Blast this Shield Bearer. There's a stun, I think. Yep. Nice, good kill. Charge over. There's the finish on that side. Oh, and I forgot, the Great Reawakening is in effect, so units are getting buffed a little bit. Our Theocrat did just level up, so we don't have to worry too much at this point. Just going to cruise over. Let's see. I think we'll just drop the heal, honestly. There we go. And then we can get the finish here with our Shield Biter. Nice. And let's throw a Fire Plague. Resisted. We will cruise over and get that flank shot. And then I think we might as well just get the finish with our Beetle Knight, honestly. Yep, there it is. So nice and clean, and now we get the buff from that shrine. We can head down, go for the level up here. There is a Orc Heavy Cavalry we can try to get our hands on, or an Orc Flayer, if we were so inclined. That being said, I think we've got this Drudge. I'm wondering. Yeah, the Drudge has tunneling. And you know what? I would like a unit with tunneling because you can see we are right next to a whole bunch of diggable wall. So I'm actually going to prioritize the Drudge just so I have tunneling. The Flare. You know what? I don't have to be too aggressive here. Maybe I'll just let them come to us, honestly. Yeah, that's fine by me. What we'll do is we will just park there. We will throw a nice big buff onto the Node Serpent. Chieftain can cruise over. Alright, let's let him just come to us. Like I said, I think getting that Drudge would be the really smart thing to do, just because then we get that capability to dig through those walls, which would be highly useful. Try the Fire Plague. Nice, that's going to make it a touch easier to get that conversion, potentially. Throw on a War Cry. There's the kill. That frees us up to do this. Nice. Alright, you know what? We might as well just head on over. Go for the conversion. Nice! Okay, that's wonderful. Now we've got the ability to go through... Oh, I guess we already had that. Whoops. I didn't realize we had the Beetle Knight who can tunnel. Oh well. Now we can just send this guy in to do that on his own. Even if all he's doing is just getting us some extra money, that's great. And then we can still get this Lost Library out of the way. Okay, just some undead. Should be easy enough to clear out. Yeah, I'm still happy to get that Drudge because he can go tunnel off on his own. Do some more exploring for us. And generate a little bit more income, as always. Okay, so we can probably just do some... Oh, yeah. Undead Slayer. Big damage. And then we can just throw our little spear. Nice kill there. Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any reason to be overly concerned for this fight. We are in really good shape. Perfect. Anybody take some damage, we'll just heal them up. Yep, no worries there. We'll bestow Iron Heart on our Beetle Knight. You know what, we might as well even just step over and blast them this way. Get the kill that way. Node Serpent can cruise on over. Do some big flank hits. It's nice to get that Node Serpent some experience as well, because most of the units in the stack are already champion level, and this guy's still only bronze medal, so... Enchant weapon and some extra knowledge. Alright, well, hey, that takes care of that, so pretty productive, and this guy can go off and gain us some income and do some exploring, so very good. Now we're at level 9. So let's see here. Holy Champions would be a good upgrade. All units in the Heroes Army gain Holy Champion. I will take that. And then we also could grab Vow of Poverty just to reduce the gold upkeep that we're paying for all these units, which it's not the worst thing ever. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll save the rest for... we'll save the rest for when we get to level 11 and get access to Divine Justicars, which is what we desperately need to make this just an unstoppable killing machine of an army. Alright, well, I think we will end this episode here right away, but before I do that, let's just see. Maybe there's one more thing we could do. Quora, maybe, in the Shadow Realm, perhaps? Let's see. And also keep just exploring a little bit here. Sure, why not? Okay, so we met the village. You know what? I'm going to pay them just because then we can grab the gold easier, so... And look at that. It paid for itself and then some. And then let's turn back this way and go for that gold down there. We had the other one that was sitting on some gold here, so let's do that and then cruise down here and go pick that one up next. Yeah, that's great. And then we have Quora, Karzan. So the big question, though, with Karzan is we're still kind of in rough shape when you still need to do some healing. Should we maybe head down and just clear out this dark portal? Got a succubus, 3 lightning sprites, and a ghost. Or should we go for this draconian shadow sanctuary guarded by... Ooh, yeah, we're not strong enough for that. So I think I just made my decision for me. What we'll probably do, there's 4 tier 3 units guarding it, and a single tier 2. So we'll probably head down here, clear this out, keep recovering a bit, and then turn around and go for this. I think that's going to be the smart thing to do. But I think this is the good place to leave it for the episode. So Olarmian is dead, and Brock killed him. So that's a pretty interesting development. And of course, we are fighting Brock, so let's see if we can capitalize on Brock perhaps being spread thin because he was fighting Olarmian. We're going to save this and call it episode 19. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.